Standard educational infrastructure operates on what Paulo Freire termed the banking drawer model, a system strictly designed around forced deposits of information. Modern educational technology takes this rigid structure and weaponizes it, applying the Bernaysian engineering of consent to manufacture and mandate user engagement. The OpenBooks platform operates on a complete inversion of this dynamic. To repair the learning process, the system requires an entirely new infrastructure, built exclusively around an asking culture. In this model, the foundation of learning is no longer the classroom, the standardized course, or the passing grade. The atomic unit of the entire system is the individual learner's question. The architects of this protocol describe their design as the square that guards the round, meaning deliberate, protective structural design guarantees a space where organic cultural hybridization can occur safely. To ensure this environment isn't systemically exploited, ethical boundaries cannot simply exist as a terms of service agreement. They have to be hard-coded directly into the digital architecture of the platform itself. The entry point to this architecture is an AI greeter and catalyst named Zaymaka, or AskZay, a nod to the golden monkey king of mythology. Zay strips away all standard demographic markers upon entry. The AI requires exactly two parameters: the user's preferred language and a self-ranked capability level. This self-ranked level entirely replaces traditional metrics of age tracking or grade progression. A 7-year-old child learning multiplication and a 78-year-old beginning Swahili both enter the system at level 1, or even -1 for absolute zero awareness. A final, gentle intake prompt determines the preferred learning style, setting the interface to either image-supported text or a completely oral exchange. By removing age constraints, grade levels, and the mechanical possibility of a failing score right at the point of intake, the system eradicates the shame that typically silences foundational curiosity. While the AI provides the initial response in the user's exact dialect and register, its primary function is to act as a router. When human depth is required, the system uses GPS-style matching to connect the learner to the nearest suitable member of an answering portfolio, a network of teachers, mentors, and coaches. The titles and ranks of every human answerer remain fully visible, ensuring that the inquirer retains total agency to freely choose their own mentor. Throughout this exchange, the interface deploys a framework known as the psychology of round and square, specifically engineered to comfort and reduce the learner's anxieties. For those who are disabled, marginalized, or culturally silenced, the system immediately generates a secure, private communication channel. This architectural choice explicitly prioritizes deep human connection and psychological safety over the forced exposure and vulnerability of an open classroom setting. Once a question is addressed, the protocol enforces a strict rule of preservation. Every exchange converts into a permanent, owned digital asset. This is achieved through strict cryptographic documentation. Each interaction is time-verified by calendar and given a version receipt by Kstamp. These assets then divide, building a personal database of curiosity for the asker and a documented portfolio for the answerer. This digital sedimentation of knowledge directly mirrors the historical collaborative learning and massive translation efforts that once characterized cities like medieval Toledo. The resulting shared learning efficiency archive allows active inquiry to literally sediment into deep wisdom, giving future learners the ability to locate answers before they even articulate the question. To govern this massive accumulating archive, the platform enforces the conscience dynamics triad: kindness, goodness, and fairness. Within this system, fairness is defined as strict shared consensus. No part of an exchange can be reused, published, or exposed without the explicit agreement of both the asker and the answerer. All exchanges default to private. If an inquiry touches on sensitive topics like human sexuality, the system automatically triggers specialized protective protocols, including voice and image alteration. This strict privacy is a mechanical response to the platform's core architectural tension. Compiling a lifelong archive of a person's intellectual vulnerability, beginning in infancy, creates a massive vector for potential exploitation. The ultimate protection is the right to seal. The owner alone can close any chapter of their archive, permanently hiding its content from algorithms and employers. However, the cryptographic chain, recording the continuity of the learner's curiosity, survives visibly unbroken. This ecosystem is sustained by merit pay, where value flows voluntarily to answerers, ensuring absolute affordability for all, so askers are never gatekept. The prime directive of this entire data structure is simple and absolute. A user's lifelong library of curiosity must never be allowed to become a weaponized dossier. Zooming out, the complete OpenBooks platform operates as a massive balancing act between strict architectural structure and expansive organic growth. The ultimate behavioral governance of the network relies on LAI, the principle of genuine mutual respect. The platform architect acts as the guardian. Their explicit duty is to maintain the rigid boundaries of the square so that the round culture inside is neither crushed by extreme prudery nor dissolved by wild license. The core engine driving this model remains hybridization by invitation, strictly governed by individual conscience. The Ask-Ze protocol proves true educational leverage doesn't require algorithmic extraction. It requires building a secure, ethical sphere people actually prefer to inhabit.